Hello, everyone, and welcome back to End Zone Analytics. And today we will be predicting every Week 3 NFL game. Let's get right into it. For the first game on Thursday night, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins so far have done nothing but prove they will be getting the number one pick. But Devon Achane, the highlight of that offense, is getting involved in the passing game more than the rushing game. The defense doesn't have any good points either. But on the other side, the Bills are doing amazing with the blowout against the Jets. The Bills' offense is probably the most fluent in the league so far. The passing and rushing game is crazy good. This team might be looking for a first round bye. Overall, this should be an easy game for the Bills if the Dolphins' defense doesn't improve. I have the Bills winning. Now, to start off the Sunday games, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Bengals started off with two harsh weeks. Joe Burrow is out, and they are barely winning games. Jake Browning shouldn't have a problem, though, with his two star receivers. Now, for the Vikings, JJ needs to get into rhythm with his team. He has been throwing picks and a lot of interceptions, and his defense is not handling it well. If JJ doesn't connect with his team, the Bengals will win. I have the Bengals winning. Next up, we have the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Texans aren't doing too shabby. Their offense and defense are both doing decently, but if they want to start winning games, they need to put together touchdown drives. CJ needs to command the offense better and give his whole team the ball. Now for the Jaguars, they are looking good. They have been putting up lots of points and being fluent on both sides of the ball. If they keep this up, they will be a sneaky playoff team. I have the Jaguars winning. Now we have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Colts are looking good. Danny Dimes is passing dimes and winning games. He is looking really good with his new offense. And their defense is also playing well and giving their offense opportunities. The Titans, on the other hand, are handling Cam Ward pretty well. He is playing like he has played for years and looks calm. But besides him, the whole team looks mediocre. The defense is not stopping the opposing team and makes Cam have to work extra for the touchdown. I have the Colts winning this matchup. Next up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. The Raiders looked impressive on Monday. Geno was not in sync with any part of his team. He ended up throwing 3 interceptions. The defense tried to hold up and only had the Chargers score 20. And now for the Commanders, Jaden Daniels is day-to-day with a knee injury and might not play. Besides that, the defense did not look good against the Packers and gave them an easy win. But the offense didn't do much better. They couldn't get the passing or rushing game going. This game is hard to decide, but if Jaden Daniels does not start, the Raiders will win. I have the Raiders winning. Now we have what should be the game of the week. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Rams are looking better each week. They got a nice win against the Titans. They had a great game rushing the ball with everyone and got lots of touchdowns. The defense looks strong in stopping Cam, besides the Cam Ward touchdown drive. Now the Eagles, still looking good, would look better if they passed the ball. Jalen Hurts barely got 100 yards. Their defense is the highlight of the team so far. They have been limiting the long, sustained drives and giving the offense chances to score. I have the Eagles winning. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons looked amazing in the win against the Vikings. Their defense was crazy good, gave up no touchdowns, and got 3 picks. I've given up on the Panthers. I believe that Bryce Young would snap back, but he hasn't. And the defense hasn't been able to put up with this. The whole team needs to snap back into their end of season form. I have the Falcons winning. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. The Steelers had a disappointing loss to the Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers did not look like himself and threw 2 interceptions. The defense hasn't been its dominant self lately. This team is not looking good for the upcoming game. While the Patriots are looking good, Drake May did good against the Dolphins, sneaking out a win. The defense, on the other hand, could hold one of the worst offenses in the league and almost lost. This game is hard to choose, but I think the Steelers have a more complete team right now. I have the Steelers winning. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Packers looked like a complete and a Super Bowl winning team in the last 2 games. The defense is just not letting up, any points being scored, and the offense takes these opportunities to score and cruise to a win. The Browns keep looking mediocre at best. Joe Flacco is the wrong starter. Shedeur should be starting over him. They need to have Shedeur develop while playing. And even though the defense is good, they need to improve if the offense won't be helping. I have the Packers taking this game in a cakewalk. And now for the final 12 o'clock game, we have the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jets are not looking too good with Justin Fields injured and Tyrod Taylor starting. The defense will have to take the game and make sure some to none points will be scored, or else the game will be an easy loss. Now for the Bucs, they still look like they have that playoff team from last season. Baker is still grinding up points and dominating. With that, I have the Bucs taking this game. Now for the first 3 o'clock game, we have the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Broncos looked solid in that game against the Colts, but could not pull out a win. The defense lost the game with a flag on the missed field goal and gave them an easy field goal for the win. And for the Chargers, they had an amazing game against the Raiders, and their defense was the best part of that team, picking off Geno Smith 3 times and iced the game. And for this game, I have the Chargers icing this game with a win. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Saints keep losing, but Rattler is looking promising. He's playing well and still yet to create a turnover. The defense is scoring them by a touchdown. And for the Seahawks, they got their first win of the season in an upset over the Steelers. Sam Darnold looked like his Vikings version and got a quite easy win. The defense got 2 turnovers and gave the ball to Darnold. I have the Seahawks winning. Next, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The Bears had a horrible blowout loss to the Lions in Week 2. Their defense couldn't hold up and ended up losing the game. But the refs really had a lot of unusual penalties against the Bears, which was a reason for some points against the Bears. The Cowboys barely snuck out a win against the Giants. Their defense is really bad. If the Giants with Russell Wilson were able to put up 37 points, but besides that, Dak looked more efficient and CeeDee Lamb had a great game. But I have the Bears sneaking out a very well-needed win. And now for our final 3 o'clock game, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The Cardinals look good so far, winning 2 games. Kyler has looked his best he ever has, and the offense and defense are playing really well. They look like they have a strong foundation continuing into the season. The 49ers, even without Brock Purdy, looked amazing. Mac Jones got 3 touchdowns and a nice win against the Saints. The defense did struggle, letting Spencer Rattler score 3 touchdowns on them. But overall, they did a good place. I have the 49ers winning. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Giants. The Chiefs look like they have fallen apart. Mahomes still looks like a top 10 quarterback, but besides him, the rest of the team just looks so bad. Travis Kelce looks like he's super washed. His defense isn't helping at all. They are falling apart, but this game will hopefully revive them. The Giants looked great against the Cowboys, even though they have lost. Russell Wilson looks like he is back and is throwing dots to his friendly neighbor. The offense looked great while the defense let up 40 points. If their defense is just better by a bit, they will win this game. Everything has to go perfect for the Giants, but that's not going to happen. I have the Chiefs winning. Now for our last game. On Monday night, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Lions had an outstanding win against the Bears. The offense and defense looked like they did last season. Dan Campbell was ready for the Bears. Jared Goff was passing dots and won that game. And for the Ravens, I was right. They did score 40. And this game might not be much different. If they create a run game with Henry, this game will be great. I have the game being high scoring and close, but in the end, the Ravens will take the win. Well, that is it with all my predictions. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is End Zone Analytics, signing off.